because of the wonderful things he does. Book with Thimble on a book. I can't speak. I might just sit and shh. By Amanda Ruda and damn it.
I like to rap, but I sing a lot. I let the 808s bang in my drums knock. Try to tell me that I can't, then I know I can. Reach into my bag, hit 'em with the slow
It is
jam.
Monday. I've just closed out last week's vlog, and I'm opening this week's vlog today because I have books that I need to read. I don't know what this is about, but hey ho. So, you will see that I didn't finish Private last month. So I'm not gonna commit myself to finishing all of this week on top of everything else I'm gonna read, but I will be making my way and plugging along through this. This is not me plugging along, slugging along, because I'm forcing myself to read it. I am really enjoying it when I pick it up. It's just, it's still hella intimidating for me, and the writing is super small, and I couldn't get the hardback, and it's just the whole thing. And this is the kind of thing that I can't just plop on and mull about the house in. It's kind of like me with some other high fantasies that I've been reading, where I have to physically read alongside it, because I feel like with some of these characters, the speed that I've got it on, I need to be able to read alongside it. Otherwise I'm not going to be able to understand what they say because of the accent. But again, really enjoyed it. The narrator I really enjoy. So there's that. And then Legends of Lattes. It is a buddy read with Lindsay. This is a reread for me, and being back in this world with Viv. Travis Baldry, please bring out book 2 ASAP Rocky, because this is just, it's just full of love, and Thimble is just an absolute bean. And I found a mug that you can get Thimble on, and I'm doing it. I'm going to be doing that. I will, when it arrives, I will show you what it looks like, but I will also leave a link down below in case you read this book and you also want a mug with Thimble on, because why wouldn't you? It's just a cutie. So I'm reading this with Lindsay Jaddy. It's really short. She has actually just messaged me to say that she's going to finish it today or tomorrow. The likelihood is, once I've edited last week's vlog, that I am probably just going to whiz through this tonight anyway. But, friends, I also have All of Us Villains. Trials! It has trials in. It's exactly what it says on the tin. It's about villains. I think Villain Origin Stories by Amanda Foodier and Christine Lynn Herman, should I say. Can't speak. I'm just gonna mute this because it's annoying me. It's really frustrating me. Right, okay, so All of Us Villains. I got this in a Braxis box. I've been wanting to read for a while, so me and Catherine are going to be reading it. I'll leave Catherine a link down below. She has Twitter and Instagram. I will leave them down below. She doesn't have a channel, but yeah, we're reading this. And then the rest of this week is going to be spent with romance. I know, contemporary. I'm reading more of it, but as I mentioned last week, I feel like I'm moving away from YA contemporary, because I read Kate and Waiting, and although I liked it, some of the more juvenile side aspects of those books, I keep saying videos, some of the more juvenile aspects of those books annoy me, like Kate and Waiting, Camp, and I just read If You Change Your Mind, and it's just, I don't think YA contemporary is for me. YA fantasy is fine, it's doable. Yes, there are some overdone tropes, but you know, it is what it is. But we have a couple of books that I want to read. So the first one is Flatshare by Beth O'Leary. I got this in a How Novel unboxing that I did, where if you don't know what How Novel is, I will leave the website links below. It's kind of like, there's loads of them around nowadays. It's kind of like a blind date with a book kind of situation, where it was wrapped in brown paper and it had like 4 pictures that sort of give you an idea of what was in the book, and you purchase a book based on that. So there we go. We then have Spoiler Alert by Olivia Dade. Look at the flop. This was one I got last year, and it was just purely because I liked the cover, and I was like, that's pretty. Not normally my aesthetic, but it's cute, and I'll pick it up. And then I've heard very mixed reviews about it, so then I never decided to read it. But this fills the prompt of secret or forbidden love, because I think she's a blogger and he's a celebrity or something. He's a TV personality, something like that. Me and Tori are buddy reading this, and we are buddy reading this on a live show on Thursday, because we are also buddy reading the next book of the week, which is Hook, Line and Sinker, and this is the second book in the Tessa Bailey companion series. That the first book was It Happened One Summer. I listened to the first one on BookBeat. I'm getting the physical copy ASAP Rocky. I need the physical copies in my hands. And then the second book in the series, Hook, Line and Sinker, follows the sister of Piper in the first book, and that is all I know. That's all she wrote, and that is not the end of said contemporary romance. I am also going to be picking up, fingers crossed, Spanish Love Deception this week. This is a buddy read that we're doing in my group of, like, in real life group of friends, with Dana and Katie and Becky and Catherine and Siobhan. So there's going to be quite a few books. But if you think about it, based on what I read last week, there's these 2 books and then 2 audiobooks, solely audiobooks, because I don't have the physical right in front of me now. So then if you add Spanish Love Deception and Hook, Line and Sinker on there. But this, and then this is a buddy read and it's really short. That's fine. This is one I'm going to get done today, so that's fine. And then this, I'm slowly plugging my way through. Doable. It's doable. It's so doable for me. You know that I know that we have faith in me, and the fact that I'm buddy reading this with Tori is just giving me life. And then a sneak preview on what I'm going to be buddy reading next week with Cara and Jem and Tori. I wish it was this week, but Cara's away. But I'll be reading this. And yeah, I'm so excited. Much wow. I can't wait to get to this. But that's next week's vlog. This week, I have these to read, and I will be going now to edit my vlog so that I have time to sit and chill and read. And yeah, this week is going to be a good week. We are all going to have a good reading week, aren't we? It's first week of May. It's gonna be May. I had to do that. Don't at me. I will see you all in a bit. Hello friends. We are on Wednesday. Wednesday. And I didn't update you yesterday because brain. So what did I do? It's the 4th of May and I'm only on book 1. I know, I'm basic, but I finished this. This was a reread, and this was a buddy read with Lindsay Jardine. And again, I think I mentioned this on Monday. I say buddy read, she finished it. Like, before I did. She read it ahead and she was like, I'm sorry. I'm like, crack on. You do you, because this is an amazing book, and if you haven't read it, read it please. I will link it down below. He's an indie author. I was on Sprints last night with Amy and Jem and Becca, and Jem and Amy now have this book. At the moment, this is feeling a bit like my Love Hypothesis. Like, if you know how much Becca loves Love Hypothesis, this is my version of that. Like, if you can listen to the audiobook along with reading it, Travis Baldry is the author but also the narrator, and he also narrates the 10-book series by Will White, and I can't remember the name of the series. If I remember, I'll link it down below. He also is, like, narrating is what he does, and he normally narrates other people's books. So when I found out he was narrating his own, I was just like, absolute legend. Legend. So there was that. I am also buddy reading All of Us Villains by Amanda Fude and Kristen Lee Herman. Me and Buddy reading this with Catherine, who you've probably seen in my sprints recently. I'll leave her link down below as well. She has Twitter and Instagram. We are currently on page 192, and this is going to get read over 6 days, I think. About 5 or 6 days. I really just want to sit and just consume all of this. So I think when I mentioned I was reading this, I mentioned it had trials in, and it's not necessarily trials per se. It's kind of like a battle. And it literally is like it says on the tin. They are all villains. They're basically trying to kill each other to win this magic. And only one family can wield this high magic and hold it. And for years and years, the Low family have been the prevailing family. And other families are getting a bit annoyed at the power that they continuously hold over people. And then 6 of the children go into battle, and in this veil, they go under the blood veil basically for, I think it says 31 days or 30 days. No, it's 3 months. I can't remember how long it's for. Is it a month? I can't remember now. I've literally just been reading it, and I remember there's a 3 in it. So is that 3 months or 31 days? I don't know. For a period of time, let's just say that. And if at that end of that period of time, there is more than one person standing, they all die, basically. And this tradition has been going on for years and years, and it's just great. And the characters, initially, there was one of the characters I was really rooting for because he seemed like the underdog. And then within a couple of chapters, I'm kind of, things are already starting to come to the surface, and the character that I initially thought I was going to be rooting for is not what I'm rooting for. And it's really strange to say that I'm rooting for people to kill each other. If it's gonna be you or me, like a character that I like or a character that I'm not a fan of, I'm gonna want the character that I like to kill the character that I'm not fond of. Do you know what I mean? And it sounds really strange that I'm rooting for a villain, but I am. But in the end, are they actually villains? This is one thing that I am not sure about. I kind of like the fact that this is about villains, or like people that are morally grey. I won't say they're out and out evil. I think that they are quite morally grey, and they are still young people. This is very young people. They are still children technically, because they're teenagers. It's a YA. I feel like a lot of it is sort of like inherited behaviours, feelings, you know, that kind of thing. I've got a feeling that because it is YA, it's going to do that thing where the people that we think are villains don't turn out to be villains in the end. And I don't know if I want it to do that. In a way, I kind of want there to be an overall villain and a victor. But I don't know if it's going to go that dark and literally kill everyone off the way that it's supposed to go. But don't give me a title that says all of us villains and then they turn out to be heroes at the end, because I think that will drop it down a star for me. The moment it's sitting at a 4. It's not giving me 5-star vibes, but I am very intrigued. So there's that. And then I finished those buddy read pages of that today at the moment. So I'm going to move on to Hook, Line and Sinker. I'm buddy reading Hook, Line and Sinker, spoiler alert. And I think that's it this week with Tori. And I'm also buddy reading, well, it's a group book pick, Spanish Love Deception. That's coming in the post on the morrow. But I also have that on audio, which I will be listening to this week. So I'm going to get onto Hook, Line and Sinker. I've put it off long enough, guys. I wanted to jump into it straight after it happened one summer, but I held back. I didn't veer off TBR more than I already had last month. And I stuck to my guns. I should be picking Priory back up, but it's a book that is currently intimidating me, and I know I need to get over this. And I could save it for my Marvelathon. Shameless plug. Marvelathon, June 1st and 30th. Link down below. I just want to get through it, because I feel like with it being my readathon, I'm going to try. Emphasis on try. And keep a relatively small TBR for like a set TBR for next month. And then try and mood read as much as possible to fulfill the prompts for my team. some graphic novels could do. Sorry, I'm talking about June again. I might just like smash out a crap ton of graphic novels. Thoughts, plans, feelings, things. Yeah, so there's that on that. But before I go, I just want to show you some book mail that I received. Legendarium. Legendarium. Oh, I got it right. I got it right by Jennifer Bell. This is the second book in the series. The first book is Wonderscape. Do I have Wonderscape? No, I do not. I will not be taking any questions at this time. The next book I have is Fire Song, and that's a Brightstorm adventure. This is book 3, I want to say, I think. Yes, the first books are Brightstorm and Dark Whispers. I was supposed to read Brightstorm for Middle Grade Monthly, and if you haven't already seen on Gavin's video, Middle Grade Monthly is going on the back burner for a bit, I think. So, I didn't end up reading it for Middle Grade Monthly. So, what I'm going to do is read the whole series at some point. I also have a book called Wildspark that I want to get my hands on, and I'm sure there's another book that I've seen by Vashti Hardy that I want to read. So I might at some point on one of the months that I don't have an exponentially large TBR, I want to get back to some middle grades, because at the moment it's a lot of adult and high fantasy. On a positive side of things, my reading tastes, I've realised, are not gearing towards YA contemporary, especially, at least not for right now. So, what I might do, it might be a bit drastic, and I don't think I have that many of them. I might just zip it, all my YA contemporaries. The only one I might keep is Only Mostly Devastated, because I really loved that book. That was a really good book. Anyway, again, a tangent. So, Fire Song. And then we have Sundial by Catriona. Do you actually pronounce the Iona bit, or is it Catriona or Catriona? Catriona Ward. I'm saying Catriona. If it's wrong, I apologise. This is quite a small book, and this really intrigued me when I heard the synopsis. It says, you can't escape the desert, you can't escape Sundial. Rob fears for her daughters, for Callie who collects tiny bones and whispers to imaginary friends, for Annie because she fears what Callie might do to her. Rob sees the darkness in Callie, one that reminds her of the family she left behind. She decides to take Callie back to her childhood home to Sundial, deep in the Mojave Desert, and there she will have to make a terrible choice. Callie is afraid of her mother. Rob has begun to look at her strangely, to tell her secrets about her past that both disturb and excite her, and Callie is beginning to wonder if only one of them will leave Sundial alive. So it's kind of horror thriller-esque, but also kind of fantasy. So this is why I wanted to pick this up, because it's not just full-on slasher type of book. And come on, the cover, that reminds me of like a wolf. Does that look like a wolf to you? Well, it did to me, so I was intrigued. So I'm going to go and listen to Hook, Line and Sinker. I'm going to tell Tori that I'm going to read this. I'm going to try and finish it tonight, which is possible, probable, maybe, because it's only 8 o'clock. And I'm going to shove on the audio whilst I make my tea. I put some pulled pork in the oven, and I'm going to be making myself some pulled pork and vegetables, I think. Not that you care. But what I do also want to be doing is, for the rest of this week, I showed you my TBR, I think, didn't I? So the rest of this week, me and Tori are reading, spoiler alert, tomorrow, so that's going to be fun. And I want to read Flatshare as well, and try and get through some more of the Priory of the Orange Tree. And I will be finishing All of Us Villains this week as well. I was talking on live last night with Jem and Becca and Amy about how we all do this thing where we start talking and we go off on tangents, and we feel like I have to give a massive backstory about everything we talk about as soon as we start talking about something to someone. And I feel like this is what I do in my vlogs. It's like I go on off on a tangent, but then when I go off on a tangent, I need to give you a backstory to that tangent in order for you to understand what I'm saying. And now I'm just rambling, so I'm going to go and I will see you all on the morrow, possibly maybe later. And also, what I might do as well is, my lovely friends, I love them dearly, and I don't know why they put up with me. If there's a way of me putting on Vlogo, the lovely voice notes that I sent them at 3 AM because I couldn't sleep. You'll have the vocal stylings of an extremely tired Lisa, and I just adore my friends for putting up with me and my absolute weirdness. So there's that. If I have been able to extrapolate, big words, the voice notes and put them into some kind of file on this vlog, you will see them after this clip. Enjoy. I'm just going to put some randomness in after this clip because why not? It'll give you an insight into this noggin right here. It's an absolute fucking mess, but enjoy. I'm going to do a video. Name that theme tune. I should be sleeping, but I won't. Some others sleep at 2 AM, some others don't. Two AM, the early morning lineup. Starting the chores and sweep till the floor's all clean. Polish and wax, do laundry and mop and shine up. And sweep again. By then, it's like 2:15. So I'll read a book, or maybe 2 or 3. I'll buy some more on Amazon and add them to my library. I might cross stage or draw and singing basically. Just not fucking go to sleep. And I wake in the morning and I step outside. No, I don't, because I don't fucking sleep. All I want is a room somewhere far away from the cold night air, with one enormous chair. Oh, woo, did it be lovely? Lots of chocolate for me to eat. Lots of cow making lots of it. Warm face, warm hands, warm feet. Oh, did it be lovely? Oh, so lovely, sitting up so bloomily. Still, I would never budge till spring crept over the windowsill. Someone said, resting on my knee, warm and tender as he can be, who takes good care of me. Oh, wouldn't it be lovely? Hello, friends. Hello to you. I'm coming at you with an Amazon delivery. This is something I purchased myself. I'm a bit confused about the size of this. Oh my god, Amazon, why do you do this? I really wish Amazon would take care when they package the parcels. So look at this. This is one of the books that I've got. The Honeymoon is by Christina Lauren. Never read anything by Christina Lauren before. I have heard they are hit and miss, but a couple of people, especially recently, have read this and really enjoyed it. So I thought I would give it a go. I don't ever want to get to it this month, simply because I have a lot to read and I've already added an arc to my TBR. Another one that's been on my radar, Spanish Love Deception. I'm reading this month. This is one I'm hoping to get to this week, actually, because it is the in real life like friend book club pick, and it was picked by Danny. And yeah, I'm excited to read this. And then the other thing that came, I wasn't aware that it came like this. I'm trying to cut it, but so that it doesn't cut too close to the actual thing. And it's one of the reversible. I've been wanting one of these for ages, and I saw this the other day, and one of my friends at work has got one, and it's so cute. So, as and when I can, I'm just gonna leave this little dude in the background of my vlogs. That is the little haulage. Today I'm in this mood. So, we'll put him somewhere. Should we name him? What should we name him? Something else that came in the post today was this. I'm not sure what it is. This is from Black Crow PR. And publisher is Tor. It's a sweeping fantasy romance set against the backdrop of an Ottoman Empire. So this is going to be published on the 1st of September 2022, and it is A Taste of Gold and Iron by Alexandra Rowland. 1st of September 2022 in hardback, but then this says the 23rd of June. So I'm confused, but we'll go with June. It says, when Prince Cadu finds himself threatened by a conniving foreign ambassador, a clumsy attempt to protect himself goes badly awry. Desperate to regain the Queen's trust after this humiliating diplomatic incident, Cadu takes responsibility for the investigation of a mysterious crime, accompanied by his newest bodyguard. Evermore is handsome, flawlessly trained, and even more cold and furious with Cadu than the Queen. As the investigation unspools, the pair discover a sprawling plot to undermine the kingdom's power, and when his prince's life is in danger, Evermore proves anything but cold. It's a queer romance, queer romance. Get it, queer romance. And this gets me hit in the face. This will work well in June because Witchathon is coming around, and I'm just guessing, throwing it out there into the ether, that there is potentially additional points for LGBTQ plus rep when it comes to Witchathon. Also, my own readathon, Jesus Christ, my own readathon, you get points for LGBTQ plus rep as well. I forgot that. I'm an idiot. But this is going to get ready in June. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Me and Bert. I don't know what his official name is going to be, but we're going to go now, get back to work. And I do have a couple of the books coming on tomorrow, and I will show you those when they arrive. Tonight I've got a spoiler alert live with Tori. I'm going to go now. Bye. Hi friends, I definitely have friends, time to meet my friends. This is some more friends that have arrived. These are, should I say, Lisa, Grammar, English, Do It Right. So, this should only be 2 books. Why is it so big? Gift notes. Wonder who it's from. Myself. I didn't write the gift notes, obviously, because I'm not that weird. But I want to know why this is so thick. That's what she said. When he handed me the... Oh, that's why. So, if you know me, you know that recently I've been on a contemporary kick. And last month I read It Happened One Summer. And this month, like literally a couple of days ago, I buddy read Hook, Line and Sinker with Tori. And I swear to Jesus, Amazon, look, what is this, Amazon? What the fuck is this? Absolutely bloody redonkulous. I think I should be able to super glue that and then just put some weight on it. I'm like, I really wish Amazon would just take better care when they package the books. It's not that hard, mate, do you know what I mean? Just make sure that this isn't happening and you package it tightly. What's going on, Amazon? Absolute bellends. That's the second book that I've received from Amazon in the last couple of days that's been bent. Frustrating. Frustrazione. Luckily, my contemporaries don't as much as this cover is nice, I really do like these covers. As much, but they don't get displayed like that. They get displayed like that. So it's not a big deal, but still annoying. And also, this book was on an offer on Amazon, so I didn't pay full price for it. But the thing that was making my parcel so thick is this. Jesus Christ on a bicycle. This is stunning. Also, are you fucking serious? Are you serious? Right, I am absolutely fuming. I don't like it. Again, I'm just gonna pretend that doesn't exist. So this is bigger than my head. What the hell? Shall we see how many pages it's got? It's We Break Immortals. Obviously, you can tell by by Thomas Howard Riley, and it has 751 pages, and it is taller than your normal paperback. So you know that had this been normal paperback size, it would have been a lot bigger. And this is, oh, it's a flooper. It's a floppy one. It's thick and floppy. I don't 100%, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie to you and say that I know the ins and outs of this book. I saw that it was fantasy. I saw the cover. I saw that it was an indie author. And I was like, gimme, 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 gimme. So it went in the basket. It did. It went in the basket. And this is supposed to be an April read. No, it's not. It's not an April read. This is supposed to be a May read. This is book 1. See, volume 1. Well, it's called volume 1, not book 1. When I get around to filming it, I'll be doing like an author spotlight, and the majority of the authors I discuss will be indie authors. This guy, spoiler, will be one of the people I talk about books that have come onto my radar. And what I'm going to try and do, this was an idea, it's not an original idea. I am not claiming it as my own. Dominish Books, leave him a link down below. He does something like this, but he's just indie authors, but he does fantasy and sci-fi, and he does an author spotlight every month. And there are other channels and other things around that do this kind of thing, so I'm not claiming it to be my own idea. I would recommend that you follow, subscribe to Dominic. He's lovely, and his content is brilliant, and he does a lot for indie authors. Leave him a link down below. Another thing that arrived today was Waterstones, and this is Miss Rule. I don't know if it's a duology or a series, but the first one is Malice by Heather Walters, or Walter should I say. I haven't read the first one, but I've got it. That's the main thing, that's the main takeaway that we need to get from this conversation, is I do actually have the first book. Unlike a lot of the things that I've done recently, I've purchased second, third, fourth volumes, books in series, not actually having owned the first. I've bought them in order this time. Give me a round of applause, please, because I think I deserve it. So, this is a sapphic. Is this still... I'm guessing it's still following the same people. Yeah, Princess Aurora. Yeah. So this follows Maleficent and Princess Aurora. Sapphic. That's all I know. And it's kind of like following it from Maleficent's perspective, I think. Again, book 1 came out a while ago and I purchased it and I haven't read it yet, so... yay for me being an idiot. But at least I have book 2 now, and if it's a duology series, whatever it is, I've got both. I'm up to date with things. Book updates is what you came here for. Last night on Sprints, me and Tori started, spoiler alert, I'm still 212 pages into it. I was going to stay up and read it all night, then I thought, stupid idea. Pleb. So I didn't. And it's a good job I didn't, because I already woke up this morning with a migraine, and I've basically been sleeping for most of the day to try and sleep off my migraine. So I haven't read any more of this, so I'm taking this to my friend's house so I can read it when I get up in the morning. And then I'm staying at my friend's house tomorrow all day, so at some point during the day I'm going to try and get through the rest of Love Deception. Not Love Deception, the Spanish Love Deception. This has fake dating in it. I love this. I can't wait. Fake dating is one of my favourite tropes. Like, they should do more fake dating in fantasy. That'd be fun. I am enjoying this. I have heard people not enjoy this as much because it is very much like it's Lena's inner monologue. This is like Catalina and Aaron. Catalina, Aaron, she's Spanish, he's not. And basically it's a fake date situation where she needs a date for her sister's wedding. She's already told her parents that she's got a boyfriend for a reason. Not going to spoil that bit for you. But the whole thing is these two, the currently enemies or rivals at work. I know that people have said the reason why she doesn't like him, it sounds pretty petty, but the one thing that I can kind of understand why she thinks that way, given the area that she works in. She's not appreciated because she's a woman. Don't really need to say much more than that, do I? There was a situation that made me want to yeet a guy out of a window. So in that kind of environment where she's had to fight for her position, she has to prove herself as a woman anyway. It doesn't surprise me the reason why she doesn't like him. And obviously his general demeanour is very grumpy sunshine, I tell you that. His general demeanour doesn't help the situation. And maybe I'm being a bit too sort of soft with her because I'm very much like that. So this situation with these two, if that was me, I would hold a grudge. Not gonna lie, that is me. I hold grudges. Whether it's negative, disadvantage to myself to do that, I do. I can't help myself. I don't forgive easily with anything at all ever. You screw me over once, you do something to hurt me once, and all ties are cut, done. It's the way it's always been, the way I probably always will be. Yeah, I kind of understand where she's coming from, not gonna lie. So, does that make me self-saboteur? Probably. But we'll see. So these two are going to my friend's house with me. And what I did want to do also is, I have today's pages of all of us villains to read, but I'm not going to take this up to my friend's house physically, because I do have the audiobook for this. But today and tomorrow I'm going to finish this. I will give you my full thoughts on this when I come back down on Sunday. Apart from this, my week has been a very contemporary week. So I want to keep this contemporary vibe going, because then after this, I do have quite a lot of high fantasy, adult fantasy coming your way. Am I winning at life right now? Yes, I am. I'm totally busting out the shit for this readathon. But yeah, that is me done. I'm going to carry on packing my stuff and head over to Minor Freundens. And I will see you on Sunday. I may do the usual B-roll clips as and when I can at my friend's house. I don't usually film when I'm at his, so it might just be a case of this update, and then I'll be sat in this exact same position when I come back Sunday and give you another update, because that is my life. I will see you all. Hope you have a lovely weekend. I don't know why I'm saying that, because by the time you see this, it will be Monday. Let me know how your weekend's gone. Did you have a good weekend? What did you read last week? That's what I'd like to know. I'm going to head off now, finish getting ready, and I will see you all very soon, my dears. I'll come back with an update when I keep saying I'm going, and then I don't go. I'm going, honestly, I'm going. Bye, bye, bye. Hello friends, welcome to Sunday. I haven't updated you all weekend because I haven't really read that much. I did finish, I don't have it to hand right now. I did finish Spanish Love Deception. I'm almost finished with Spoiler Alert, and I'm almost finished with All of Us Villains. I'm not going to get to Flash Share today, this week. I'm not going to get to Priory. Are we surprised? I'm not getting to Priory. It's really frustrating because I want to read it, but I don't know why. I'm just not picking it up. It's annoying. It's very annoying. But I'm on Because Live in about half an hour. So I need to do some coursework for my proofreading course. So I'm going to do that for a bit. And then I need to edit. So I'm going to do that. And then we've got the City of whatever book we're reading. We've got the By the Angel Along live show after that. And then as long as my coursework is done and my editing is done, I'm going to try and read for the rest of the day. We are going on live earlier today. So we're probably going to be done with the lives about 4:30-ish, I think. So that's including the By the Angel Along. So we'll see if I can get everything that I need to do done. But yeah, I need to get some breakfast because I've literally just got back home. I'm not feeling the best, which is frustrating. So I'm just gonna get some breakfast, get a brew, and chill for a bit. I'll come back later to do the full wrap up of what I've read this week. Once I definitely know what I've read, if that makes sense. So I can give you like a stack of what I've read. That's what we're gonna do. Yes, I'm back. Hello friends. Hello. It's Sunday evening. I'm coming in to wrap up the vlog to give you my final rundown of what I've read this week. And I'm just going to quickly go through this because I've already given you a brief update earlier. So, the beginning of the week, I read Legends and Lattes. This was a reread, top tier, Travis Baldry. Leave him link down below, as I've already said. I think I've raved about this so much recently. I've already bought it for 3 friends, and as soon as it goes on anybody else's wishlist that I know, they're going to be getting it. So, as soon as I know about it, they're getting it. Because it needs to be done. Travis Baldry needs to be seen and heard. And honestly, if you don't have Audible, get Audible for the free credit and download that book. Or you could just buy it. Just buy it. Because you will want to reread it. And it's a comfort read for me. And 100% top tier. Next, we have Spanish Love Deception. This was a group buddy read. With me and my in real life friend group, with Catherine, Becky, Danny and Katie and Siobhan, and this got 4. It was just around just mid 4. It was okay. There were certain bits of this that I didn't really enjoy. It was more so like the angst was dragged out. They drug it. I don't know how to say that. They did drag it out, the angst. They did drag it out too long. I had to say that phrase. But the reason for the dislike, the rivalry between the 2 characters, I personally think that it was fine. It wasn't a petty reason, because, well, I say that because I would do the same thing. But if you read it, you know, it's not Fade to Black, but it's not smutty. And I know that that's not the main reason why people read adult contemporary, but I'm just letting you know, if you've read things like It Happened One Summer, Hook, Line and Sinker, spoiler alert, which is coming next, then the smut level in this is like a 1 or a 2, whereas spoiler alert and that, you're probably like 3, 4, 4.5 kind of situation in the other books. Do you know what I mean? So just to let you know, going in, I then read Hook, Line and Sinker. Well, I read this before, Spanish Love Deception, and this is his second book in like the companion series. The first one is It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. I loved following Hannah and Fox. I think because there's a musical element to this, and like they both have a love of music, I feel like this one, I connected with Hannah more than Piper, because Piper was a spoiled little brat, and Hannah was more of the, like, backing character. Like, she was the extra. She doesn't see herself as the main character of her own life, which is very me. So I feel like I related to Hannah a little bit more than Piper, so I really enjoyed this one. And Fox is exactly what it says on the tin. Fox is a fox. Next up, we have All of Us Villains. I gave this 4 stars. This was really good. it didn't go the way that I thought it was, which was a good thing, because I thought it was going to do a thing that tends to happen with YAs. But so far it hasn't done that. This is the first book in a duology, so I'm going to like save my full overall thoughts until I've read the second book, which I think is due out in August. So far, I'm really enjoying it. There are a few things that sort of didn't give me the 5-star feels, but I really enjoyed it. Like, there is a romantic element in this that I didn't fully believe was needed to push the story along. It worked well without the romantic element. Not every book there's a fantasy or YA, not every book in general needs a romantic element, so I don't fully understand why they felt like this one needed it. But that's the way the authors went, and yay for them. But it kind of was a bit of a non-starter for me, in all fairness. But obviously, I told you what this was about at the beginning. I can't really say much more than what I've already said about the book. 4 stars, really good. I would still recommend picking it up. But there we go. And then we've got spoiler alert. I'm almost finished with this. Where the bookmark is, I'm way further than that now. But this is heading towards a 5, I think. It was at a 4, but now like things are moving. Things are occurring. It's the spice level, I think, is bumping it up to a 5 for me, not gonna lie. The way that for me, if you're gonna write smut or spice, you've got to write it in a certain way that I don't cringe when reading it. Because I've read some cringy smutty scenes that I've literally skipped because it gives me the ick. I'm just like, if you can't write it well, don't write it at all. I'd rather not have that than have it done badly. But Olivia Dade so far is doing it. She's doing it. Okay, job of it. What I will say is that the plus size rep in this, I've heard negative things said about this, but as a plus size girl myself, I don't see any issues with the rep in this. She is a plus size girl that loves herself. If you see a problem with that, then maybe that's a you issue and not the book issue. Do you know what I mean? She does still have a few sort of like confidence issues, which is it is what it is, but I don't understand how people can say that the plus size rep isn't done well, because I just don't see it personally. If you are a plus size girl and have a different opinion to me, voice it down below, because I would like to see where you're coming from. I would like to have a discussion, because you might have picked up things that I haven't picked up on. So, yeah. Anyway, there's this. One thing that I haven't got to this week that I wanted to get to was Flatshare. I will be getting around to this at some point, probably the back end of the month now. I have already switched the false proximity prompt out for this one for Spanish Love Deception. So this was going to fulfill the Belle and Beast false proximity prompt in the Royal Readathon. However, Spanish Love Deception has a false proximity, and it was a 1-bed trope. So you know that just got upped right on there. So yes, this will get read, but it's no longer a priority because I've already fulfilled the prompt that I was going to be reading that for, but I'm still going to read it at some point this month, fingers crossed. So, how I've done overall with the readathons so far, we have Ariel and Eric, Sailors or Mermaids, and then Anna and Krista have a book that makes you laugh. I used Hook, Line and Sinker for that. So we have Secret of Forbidden Love, and I've used spoiler alert for that, because there is a secret love between a fanfic writer and TV star, and I would class that as a secret love kind of thing. Yeah, I would class that as a secret love. I'm stretching it, it works. And then for Belle and the Beast, which is a false proximity prompt, it is a Spanish love deception. So I've ticked off 3 prompts, ticked off 4 prompts for Royal Readathon, which is a plus. And then for the witchathon, I've ticked off cozy vibes and recipe in the title with legends and lattes. I've also ticked off crystal, which is one of the items. I have ticked off good vibes, a book that gives me good vibes. Spoiler alert for that one, because this just gave me good vibes, made me feel good. That's that on that. So overall, first week of Witchathon and Royal Readathon has gone very well. Can a bitch keep it up though? We're gonna see. Stay tuned for next week's vlog and see whether I can continue with this momentum. We've got some chunky books coming up. I would also like to say thank you so freaking much. Today I hit 500 subscribers and I found out on a live show with Becca. Alice just popped up and was like, oh my god, congratulations, and I was like, what? So thank you very much to everyone that has subscribed. I seem to have had like a massive jump in the last week or so, and maybe it's because I promoted the Marvelathon and you found me through that. But we also have almost 100 sign-ups to Marvelathon. March last year, I was so close to giving up on YouTube full stop, just because of some bad experiences and feeling imposter syndrome and just the general negative feelings towards, like, feeling like I had no friends in the community and nobody that I was close with and I could connect with. I literally stayed because of Becca and Liv. I've met so many people as a result of those 2 girls, but those 2 are the reason I stayed and continue to make videos, because they welcomed me into their little friendship group with open arms, and they are 2 of my best friends. Yeah, a year later, 500 subscribers, doing my own readathon. I got another fun announcement coming on Thursday, and I have met so many people that I can't even count on my 2 hands. You are all amazing, and yeah, I just want to thank every single one of you for subscribing, supporting, commenting, engaging with my content in any way, shape or form. But yeah, I appreciate you all so much, and I'll see you next week.